Where'd he go? Good afternoon, everyone. Sitting here watching the stot slither around. There he is. He's so pretty. Such a beautiful snake. I just feel bad for their species because hundreds of these guys are captured every year and they're brought into the pet trade. We have enough in the pet trade by now that they should seriously stop catching these guys from the wild. So I'm sure there's plenty of breeders that breed these guys. I have mine. Mine is captive bred. Always make sure they're not wild caught. But unfortunately, hundreds of these guys are caught every year and brought into the pet trade. That's why they're easily and readily available at all times. Which is really sad because they are such a beautiful snake. Snakes like this should be kept out in the captivity and stuff. Mine, he's a rescue. I got him as a little baby, but he was rescued. Unfortunately, people like to leave their pets in hotels, apartments, homes because they find houses or they have to move or have situations that have to move and they can't take their animal with, and instead doing the right thing of sending their animals to be rescued somewhere or to be adopted out somewhere else. People like to just dump their animals behind. I don't get that. I really don't understand it sometimes, but whatever. That's why there's people like me and a lot of other people that go around and rescue these poor animals. I've rescued a bunch of house geckos once. These people had this big tank filled with these house geckos, and it's not like the tanks we have now these days. It's like the old big style fish tanks. There was like 6 of them in there. Only 2 survived. Time we found them. My friend found them. He cleans apartments. And he told me about them. I had them for like 5 years afterwards. They were little, like they were just tiny, but still. It was really sad to see. I can only do so much with them because I try to keep them healthy and alive as long as possible, but unfortunately, when you get an animal struggling with their health in the beginning, their lifespans are a lot shorter. Luckily, I was lucky Lestat was in good shape. A lot of my animals are rescues. I bought some of my animals, yes, but some are actually rescues. He's really pretty, though. And the good thing about rough green snakes is they live up to 15 years, and if you don't like mice, and you're squirmish about feeding rodents and stuff, these guys don't eat mice. Now, they do have a tendencies in the wild to eat, like, really tiny lizards and frogs and stuff, but I only feed him crickets, give him soft, bodied, like, beetle larvae, and they love caterpillars. For some reason, these guys really like caterpillars, especially in the wild, but that's hard to find in captivity. But he mostly eats crickets more than anything. Sometimes I'll give him a mealworm here and there, but that's if he's interested. Sometimes he's not. He don't care. Like, you can't give him any of the dubia roaches or anything. So anything like with certain beetles and hard shells, they can't eat those. So even though I give all these other guys like dubia roaches and all kinds of snacks and stuff, sometimes if this silkworm's really tiny, if I find a really tiny silkworm, which aren't always easy to find because a lot of silkworms you could obviously find are like big and poofy and fat and green. But for him, like if I find some really tiny like hornworm, silkworm, stuff like that, I could give to him for a treat. I try to find stuff to give him as a treat, but he's really pretty. He was slithering all through along here. I see he pooped. I gotta clean that. Now it's gonna be fun to get in those kids and clean. He's a really squirmy, wild little thing, but he's so pretty and cute. The males are a lot smaller than females. The females' bodies are actually a little bit larger than that, and they have a yellowish striped tint that goes down the sides. The males more have, like, as you see on his body, they don't really have the yellowish stripe on the sides like they say. He has more like brownish kind of coloring. It's hard to see. He's blended in with everything. I'm trying to see where his body's wrapped around. Wait. He goes that way. Oh, he's looped back there. It's hard to see at this angle. Here we go. That's a better angle. But see, he has more of a different color than the yellowish. Female's more of the yellowish color. And he has this little black dot spot on his head. It's so cool. Hi, buddy. What you doing? He's looking at me like, what are you doing? I don't know what to think of me sometimes. He's so cute though. They're cute snakes. They're spunky. I see why they're really popular in the pet trade and stuff. But he's really active and really cute. That's what's really fun about these snakes. Besides their arboreal, they're out a lot more. So if you want a snake that's out all the time, that you see that's really active, really all over the place, instead of curled up, burrowed somewhere, this is the best kind of snake for you. Or if you're that type of person that likes a laid back shell snake, unfortunately these guys are hard to handle. That's the only downfall. It takes a while to calm these guys down once they get like freaking going. They're no better than gardener snakes and ribbon snakes and stuff. Once they get wound up, they're funny. As you can see in some of my videos, you'll see how he can be. But I keep his cage about between 85 and 88 degrees. I mist his cage once a week for humidity, because they do kind of like a little bit of humidity. He does have a water dish at the bottom. He plays in his water dish, but he also drinks off the leaves too. Sometimes I do catch him drinking off the leaves and stuff. It's best to keep these guys in about a 75-gallon or bigger tank. Now this cage is 2 feet tall, because they are arboreal. You have to have really tall tanks for these cages. So this cage is really big for him. It's like a mansion for him. Really freaking huge. Way bigger than a 75-gallon. I can't remember what they said this was. Dang it, I just asked at that pet store too. I was just there getting crickets and stuff for everybody. But yeah, they actually like their cages mist. They like warm temperatures. At night his cage drops down to about 75. My room is always warm. It's constantly warm because all my animals. He has all kinds of, I'll zoom out. Yeah, he has a little ledge right there. As you saw, he was slithering across over there the other day. Did you poop on the wall too? Did you like poop all over your cage while it's gone? Lestat, thank you. I went to come home and do a video about you, and you just decided to poop all over your cage. I spent all night cleaning his cage. I spend my nights cleaning cages and doing everything else. But like I said, his cage is way taller than my bed. I think this is an exoterra. Like I said, I got it off the lady on the street. Oh, because I moved my hand. Now I scared him. Sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to do that. I was just trying to see what cage this was. I think it's an exoterra, I believe. Yeah, I think it's exoterra. He jumped back. Yeah, alright, let's start. Sorry, baby. I don't like scaring them. I try not to skittish them out. I don't want them skittish too much. The more skittish they are, the lot harder it is to try to clean their cage and handle them, because if they are too skittish all the time, it can be a problem trying to clean his cage a lot, which it is. I have to put him in a pillowcase, in other words, or I have this special bin he goes into when I have to totally detail clean his cage. On that, I just try to be quick about it. Or if he's perched up in like his tree and stuff, then I will clean one side at a time. I try to get through his cage slowly. I try to work with him. He did poop everywhere. I'm trying to do this video without showing snake poop. The joys of having reptiles, you can't always make videos perfect, because no matter what, in the end, reptiles are gonna just crap everywhere, and that's just how it is. No cage is always freaking perfect. I'm not one of those people that sit there and spot clean their cages thoroughly just to do a freaking video. It is what it is. Like, don't get me wrong, I clean their cages every day. I do spot clean their cages every day. Thoroughly clean their cages twice a week, like totally clean them. But other than that, if they're poop while I'm doing a video or something, I can't control that because they're an animal. It's what they do. I had to turn around real quick because this is interesting development to see. I just wanted to show you guys real quick what these guys like to do sometimes during the day. It's crappy though that the lighting kind of sucks and you see the reflection because he's actually going in and out of his burrow right now. This is the Mexican red rump. He's actually building a hole. So that's why I like to capture, I like to capture their behavior. You see what he's doing? He is actually digging his burrow, which is really interesting to see. I didn't think I'd actually capture this during the day. Here. Oh my god, did I miss all that? Let's see if Reaper comes back out. That would be really cool if Reaper comes back out. Right now, Reaper is actually digging a hole. He's digging a burrow. I caught him coming out with dirt. So he's done a lot of digging. Like, he's been busy since last night. I can't keep saying, oh look, here they come. See, look at that. That's like so cool. Yes, I know I was talking about little one over there. I was talking about my stat, but this is why I turned around real quick because I accidentally cut my chin open with my fingernail, which I do, which you can see me dabbing in the. But look at that. Look how fascinating these animals are. I had an ADHD moment and just like turned around because this is so cool to watch their behavior. Even during the day, they will sit here and create burrows. Busy little trench. Reaper must be going in pretty far because how long it's taking between each digging. So I'm wondering where they're doing the tunnel at because it already got a tunnel system from right where it's coming out in the middle here, and it has a spot comes out over here, and it must be going towards the back over there to connect everything because it's taking a little bit between each little pile of dirt it's bringing out. But as you see how taller that's getting, here they come. They're like their own little bulldozers. But animals, what they do, how they create their homes, and the stuff they do is just so fascinating. So cool. Look at that. It's so cool to experience them actually building their own burrows in their homes. Like how they carry out all that dirt. Tiny little tarantula carrying out all that dirt just to build its own comfortable little home. That is just so freaking cool. Look at that, man. And they don't even care that I'm standing here in its face with a camera. It's actually my phone, but they're just so busy building its home that it does not even care. But I think this is really cool. I watched Remy do this all night. Remy's like, this is Remy, one of my curly hair, Honduran curly hair tarantulas. I put him in this brand new 5-gallon enclosure because how, obviously gross. They need bigger cages and space. Obviously, Reaper's only been in this cage for 2 weeks now. Yeah, 2 weeks. I just transferred Reaper. Reaper's another rehouse I just did. I just did Sauna yesterday, so we're gonna see if Sauna's busy building their burrow or not. I highly doubt it. Sauna likes to climb more than anything. So, I don't know. We'll check them out later. But I think this is really cool. Now, I did move that dirt yesterday because I added more dirt. I dumped it off of there. And you see the web because there's dirt sticking to the web. That's not on the plastic. That's actually a web. You see. And they took the dirt and put it back up there. So I find that really interesting that Reaper actually did that. I wonder if it's trying to bury it looks like it's trying to bury that hide that I put in there. That's actually a gerbil hamster weaving little hide, and I thought it was really neat, so I decided to actually get it for the tarantulas. I'm actually getting more of them because Reaper actually uses that hide, and it actually really likes that, and it's actually really good for them. I like using all natural stuff like that for my tarantulas. I think they're better than like these type of hides and stuff. Even though like this stuff's good for like reptiles, it keeps them warm, it keeps the heat in. Tarantulas don't need. Some of them like heat, but not heat to the extent of like reptiles do. Now some do come from very, very warm climates, but what people don't realize is they burrow in the grounds and they like to stay cool. Even the ones that are in trees and arboreals, like the vicularis, they do try to like stay at cooler temperatures during the day. Thanks, Raven. Raven, see, look, today's just, my animals are just pooping everywhere. But I can stay here all day and watch this because I did that with Remy. I stayed up for hours watching Remy build the tunnel system and how they did this in their cage too, because Remy's dirt was way lower than what that is in their cage. Well, not way lower, but you can see the line of where, because the original dirt line was right here for Remy's cage. Like, you can see the dirt. It goes across here. And they put this much dirt from the holes, like, especially over here. Like, they took a lot because that goes from there. But right now they covered up over here. That space was open. They covered that. I haven't seen them in a while, so they are probably molting. Over on this side there's an opening, but they did close that side and they haven't been out in a while, so they're probably in molt. There's a lot of them that are molt right now, so I just been letting them go. But I'm really glad that I got home when I did, because I went out to the pet store, got some crickets and food and stuff for the animals, and I'm glad I get to sit here and watch Reaper bury their tunnel system. And I got to sit there and show you guys Lestat and tell you more about him and where he's from. He's from parts of North America and stuff, and obviously he's from the warmer climates. He does like warmer temperatures. He's from the southern states more, and he sits there and he likes he likes the higher humidity levels. Reaper is probably gonna be busy for a little bit, but anyways, back to my little green baby. Where did you go? Great, I lost the snake. Where'd you go? Let's start. It's so hard. The thing is with rough green snakes is they blend in so well with their surroundings that sometimes I can't tell what's a line and what's. Oh, I see. It's hard. Hold on, sorry. I'm getting parts of my blanket. If you look very carefully, if you see the way, it's hard to tell, but the tail's right there. It doesn't look so much like the plant, but actually his tail's right there. It's the end of his tail, so he's at the very, very bottom. So we gotta come the whole way down here, off the bed, because, like I said, his cage is freaking massive. Like, it's a massive cage. Let's see if I can bend down here, because right now it's hard to bend down. Oh, he just bolted. He dipped out on me. But I actually have live plants growing in here. So what my plan is to sit here and take a bunch of ivy plants. Look, it's actually growing, wrapping around. I want to have this whole bottom, for the most part. And like break yourself or not right here. This is his cave area. He loves this area. But I want to, for the most part, on this one side, I want to have the whole bottom covered in ivy. And then I was thinking about getting a tropical plant and putting it like right in the middle and having it grow up through, so he has a tree to wrap around through. There he comes. He's quick. Like I said, he is quick. Very, very beautiful. This is what he likes to do all day. Very, very pretty. Don't mind the sneak poop. I do have to clean that. I'm trying not to get in the camera as much. Doesn't help when he's in his very favorite spot. There it goes. He's zipping through. That's the thing, like I said, once he gets... he's a spunky little thing. Let's start. Buddy! Hi, baby! He's so freaking gorgeous, though. Look at that. He's so fun. So freaking pretty. I get so excited when I see him. He's just so... I can't get over the beautiful emerald green that they are. It's just so amazing on these guys. I am getting another. I had a motley corn. Like I said, I went to a friend's house overnight and came home and found her dead. Because her name was Cersei. And I ended up reusing the name Cersei for my nut job of a African bluetail skink. But I am actually getting another motley corn here soon, which I'm excited for. I'm going to start them out in a 40-gallon. So, going to be seeing that soon. I'm going to get a baby corn. I'm going to get another motley corn because the colors of the morph of the motley corns or the agates are so gorgeous. If you want a beautiful, easy to handle snake, I'd recommend the corn snakes. They are just so gorgeous. Corn snakes are really pretty. Milk snakes. There's certain species of variations of king snakes. They're all easy to handle snakes. If you want beautiful green snakes, I would recommend the rough green snake or the smooth green snake. Ribbon snakes are really cool. The only thing I downfall with them is I think they like fish. They love fish, and oh god, it was so hard to. With my ribbon snake, I had issues trying to keep the fish not from growing so big so quickly to feed it, because they need a certain size. And when you're sitting there and your pet store doesn't always have them available, and you gotta try to feed your snake all the time, and then you get a bunch of them, and you gotta make sure they don't grow as big, because with them being small, because ribbon snakes are also like rough green snakes and stuff, they're small, slim snakes, so they need small feeders. And the problem is that, fish grow, and they can grow pretty quick. So it's like, you need tiny, minnows and stuff. It's not like you can just go to the creek and get them, because you never know what's in the water systems, and it's not safe. So, of course, you need them from the pet store, where it's safer, where they're grown from. And unfortunately, there's no fish farms around here for me to get fish from, so it's like, it was hard. But I had that snake for 10 years. It was a really cool snake. I had a bunch of snakes at one point, when I was in my teens and into my 20s. I had this whole reptile room in my one house I had. Unfortunately, I got stuck moving because a hurricane hit and foundation of the house got ruined and all that stuff. So it's like that was real great, because the river near the house flooded and everything flooded and ruined my house and everything else. Although my animals I was able to save my animals and stuff, but with having to move, I unfortunately had to sell some of my animals. I had to downsize because I couldn't take all of them with right away, because first I had to move into an apartment before I could find a house, because that was the first thing I was able to find. And then once I got another house, of course I got more animals. Alright, I need to do something about that poop. Hold on, it's driving me nuts. There we go. That was quick and easy. Got the glass too. Love spray bottles. I'm just gonna change the bedding later, so that's okay. He doesn't mind it anyways, because he loves water. I don't know, some snakes are funny like that. Some of them actually really like water. I'm starting to think Reaper accomplished what he did because... let's see here. Oh wait, he's still coming back out and forth. What are you doing in there, buddy? Little girl, whichever. Reaper is going down towards that little... See, it likes that little hut. It's that little hamster gerbil hut. I'm gonna get more of them. For the tarantulas, I like to use all natural, like, type of hides and woods, as you see in Raven's cage. Past the poop. I'm gonna scrub that once I'm done here. But see, it likes that little hut, and it's weaved with straw and stuff. So I'm getting more of those. I think they're really fascinating, really cool. Let's see. I just fed the twins. You got fruit flies going on in there. Pipsqueak 1 and 2. We got... I believe that's Patience. I'm not sure. Yep, that's Patience because right there's Prince. They're doing beautifully. I'm surprised. They're doing really, really good. They're really cute. Really cute little geckos. I can't wait till they get bigger. Then I can put them in a lot bigger of an arboreal cage. That is going to be so fun to decorate and redo. It makes me so nervous at first when they're babies. Like, they're so delicate at this stage, and it's like, oh my goodness. But they're doing beautifully. Oh no, I hear Cersei acting up. Let's see if we can catch her. I'm gonna stand up on the bed and see if I can catch her romping around up here when she jumped down. So that's what I'm saying. Skinks are funny little lizards. She does that all day long. She runs across here. I'm actually about to get one of these fake Christmas trees and put it in her cage because she really likes to try to run along here and tries to like mess with this tree. So I think I'm about getting one of something like this and putting it into her cage because she really likes it. And I have a spot in the corner back there because the plant I had in there originally, it died. Rex killed it. She has this jungle area that I cleaned and did and sanitized after Rex died, because unfortunately Rex died. I had Rex for a long time though. I had Rex for 10 years. Marble geckos, if you take care of them real good, some of them can actually live. Surprisingly, some animals can live past their expected lifespans. I had to actually happen once with a gerbil I had. Gerbils aren't supposed to live so many years. My gerbil, for some reason, I actually had my gerbil 12 years. No lie, I had my gerbil for freaking over 12 years. And it lived way past its life expectancy. So, I was really impressed because I got him when I was little. And I had him the whole way until my freshman year in high school. Crazy, crazy. I was not expecting him to live that long. Oh, we're digging a hole over down there now. This one's just digging holes everywhere today. How fascinating. What a quirky little spider. So cute. I think it's really fascinating what they're doing. Makes me wonder why other spiders are doing what today in their cages. This one's having a grand time. I know I do have a lot of cleaning under cages I gotta do. It's almost that time of the week. I see Chestnut's dug her way up a little bit here. She actually has her hole back open, so makes me wonder if she's gonna reappear again. That's my Arizona Blondie we never see. She's doing good though, trust me. She was out last night. I should have filmed her last night, honestly, but I didn't, unfortunately. Lola we never see. She's my white spotted gecko. I I have a white blind gecko and a white spotted gecko. There's Rain being naughty. She dug up her tree again. She's killing the freaking thing, even though she likes to lay under it throughout the day. Such a weirdo. Some of my leopard geckos rather sleep outside of their caves than be in their caves. Even though she has so many caves to be in. But she prefers just to lay right there. She likes her plant. They all like to lay under their plants and stuff, but the problem is they're ruining their plants. Because Canary's doing the same thing right now. She's way back in her cage area. They're all in like 20-gallon, 40-gallon tanks, and they're all back near where their trees are instead of in their caves and stuff, but they so destroyed the crap out of their trees, and I don't know what to do. I'm a green thumb when it comes to plants outside, but in reptile cages, I am not. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not that good with it in reptile cages because these guys won't let me keep their plants alive. But anyways, what are you doing, little one? Very fascinating little spider today. Oh, we're making the web. You can see it out there, little bum. There's spinnerets and stuff. There's the web going. So now I guess we created our den. Now we're creating our web for on the outside. Yep, there's the spinnerets. And creating the web throughout the cage. So freaking cool. This is why I love animals. They're just so fascinating. I want to get a GoPro and stick them inside their tunnel systems. That would look so cool to watch what they do from inside the burrows. Which I'm really thinking about doing. Yep, now we're webbing everything up. I guess it made the tunnel that it liked. And now it's supporting it with... Yep, it's making the webs to hold up the safety of its tunnel. Even though I put a lot of wood and stuff in their cages because they use the wood, the branches, and a lot of cork bark. Like, as you see in through here, a lot of cork bark, sticks, branches. They actually use all that stuff for support in their tunnel systems in their cages. As you see, the cork bark that Remy did. There's more than one cork bark actually in their cage because they have it over here, and then there's one over here and back. In the back, there's like 3 or 4 of them I have in there. And as you see, there are all the sticks and stuff in Reaper's cage. So they have a lot of support and stuff in their cages. So I think it's really cool. But I guess before this video becomes too long, and no one's gonna care because how long it is, I guess I will catch up with everybody in a little bit later, and we'll check out what these babies are up to in a little bit. I got a few other things I gotta go do, like clean some cages, like a nasty little spider. Thank you, Raven. So, oh, never mind. I guess we're gonna throw dirt somewhere else now. I guess they weren't done. That's not molt, is it? There's so many molt hidden in some of these burrows. Nope, it's dirt. Never know with these guys. Never know. See, it's hard to say bye when they're doing stuff like this. Look at that. Oh, our little bulldozer. So freaking cool.